Shalom, shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, or QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do a lesson today. I do want to give double honors to the elders and apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. Alright, it is 3:44 a.m. in the morning. I kind of went to sleep when I got home. I came back from work and school, so I'm just tired. Just woke up. I'm about to do a quick lesson. I did watch this video from Canadian Prepper, and basically what's happening outside the world is basically a repeat. All right, this time Putin is planning to do something very seriously, and it's all according to prophecy. We all know this is gonna come to pass, but I don't want to make a report of every moment of what happened to the point it comes. So, it'll be like, I told you so. Basically, Trump has stated that, they're making progress of peace talks. All right. But if you see what Putin is doing is that he's doing a mass quote unquote, not, yeah, a quote on, not a quote unquote, a so-called a mass training. All right. And if you had look at the history of Putin training his soldiers, usually it leads up to war. It usually leads up to a tactic where he does the first strike, and it seems like that's what's about to happen. And when I was watching Canadian Prepper, he was basically giving you proof of when he did that. All right, Trump talked to a peace talk with Iran, and then what happened? Trump damn near bombed them. Trump said, let's have a peace out with Gaza. What happened after that? He planned to damn near do a whole colonization of Gaza, of the Gaza Strip. Trump talked a peace talk with, saying, let's talk peace talk with Russia for Ukraine. What happened? Next day later, Ukraine, Trump said, I want to send more weapons to Ukraine. All right, and the same concept happening right now. Trump is saying that we have a good peace talk deal with Putin. It doesn't seem like so because, according to the past history, it seems like it's just another attack they're planning to do. And Putin is doing the same thing right back too, because Putin is doing a mass scale military upgrade. So right now it's basically a deceiving tactic. They're trying to deceive each other, but it's really not working because we all know what's going to happen next. They're going to fight. And I want to grab the scripture in the book of First Thessalonians chapter 5. It says this, but of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. All right, so basically, if you have been watching, have been listening, have been reading, or watching your videos, you know the time we're in. You know that we're in a time of prophecy where World War III is going to come to pass. So there's no need for a brother to tell you that, hey, get your act right, because look around you. We basically about to go home. Yahawashi is basically about to come back. Verse 2, you for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahawah so cometh as a thief in the night. He comes out of nowhere. All right, to whom? To the people that's not paying attention. To the people that's not really taking heed. All right, because people in the world, they're just having fun. They don't know what's happening around the world. They don't know that the conflict of Russia and America is so close to the point where they basically plan to go to war with each other. That's how close it is. It's so bad to the point where the economy is about to just tip over. That's how bad it is. All right, if you don't know, if you're not watching and seeing these things, all the things that Yahweh Shemashai said is going to come to pass, is going to come to pass, and it's going to take you off guard. And what's going to happen to you is that you're going to be utterly destroyed in the day of his coming. All right, that's why it says, for yourself know it perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night, to the people that's not taking heed. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, and that's basically what's happening right now, and they say that all the time. They always say, look, guys, we got a peace talk. Look, guys, we got a treaty talk. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. And that's what's happening. They're going to continue saying we have peace talk, and then next minute later what happened? They attack. They say a peace talk, then they attack. Very soon, they're going to say a peace talk, and America's going to get attacked. It's going to be just like that. It's going to be a quick hit. And we're entering that age. We're entering that time where it's gonna be a out of nowhere scenario. All right. If you're watching, it's not gonna be out of nowhere. It's gonna be like, now that's where it is, you know. But if you wasn't watching, you're from me, you know, walking a day, you're gonna walk your dog or a cat, whatever you do, and you're gonna look in the sky and be like, oh my gosh, there's missiles, you know. You're gonna bug the hell out. All right. And suddenly destruction comes upon them. I travaileth upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. So you know how a woman give birth and she trying to and she has those birth pain and she can't escape it. That's basically what's gonna happen to the people that's not taking heed or wasn't paying attention. You won't escape the judgment that's about to come to pass, and it's gonna be a detrimental one in those days. It's gonna be very scary, to be honest with you, because imagine you living a day-to-day life. You've been telling yourself everything is okay, and then next minute later, everything's not okay, and every worst possible scenario that you could think of came to pass, and that's basically what's about to come to pass. Every worst possible scenario that you ever think of that could go wrong is going to go wrong very soon. We're not going to go to war. That's impossible. That's going to come to pass very soon. I want to have enough food, you know. It ain't going to be all that. There's not going to be no food in the stores very soon. People's not going to kill each other. You know, they hate each other, but they won't kill. People is going to start killing one another. And it's kind of obvious. If you just look around you, look at the spirit of people, and look at the spirit of the nations and how they interacting with one another, you know prophecies will. You know this is going to come to pass. YAHAWASHI didn't lie not once. And we're entering that age. And right now they're trying to do Russia's trying to do seem like a trial run training, but it's not. They said the same thing about Ukraine. You know, they said that, we're just testing out our tanks, we're just testing out our nukes. What happened? They invaded Ukraine. The same concepts happen right now. Putin is saying that we're just testing out their soul, we're testing out our things, we're testing out our tanks. All right, Trump said we have a peace talk, but it's not true, because what's going to happen? They're going to start attacking one another again. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, and that's what's about to come to pass. Sudden destruction is going to come upon this place, and it's going to come in as a thief in the night. They're saying peace and safety, they're saying all this talks, but it's not going to be no peace and safety. All right, and Salakia, if you hear a Christian radio in the background, that's my father's. I can't really touch it. All right, so bear with me. That's not what I teach. I don't teach that bull, but you just gotta take heed to what I'm trying to say of what's gonna come to pass. Basically, Trump is saying that, hey, we got a peace treaty with Putin. And Putin, the Kremlin, they're not really talking. They're not saying nothing about it. They're not saying. They're just going along with it. But according to the past history records of how Esau Edom works, they'll go with the smooth words and then they'll deceive their opponents so they could destroy them. And that's basically what's happening. All right, don't trust Esau Edom, and we're about to see why you shouldn't trust Esau Edom. All right, but that's all I want to get into today. It's a quick lesson. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.